We're on a mission in this episode, a mission to explore the newest section of the long-abandoned Ulster Canal. We'll start our journey here in the border town of Ballyconnell, and then we'll head west towards Lough Erne and the Quivy waters. From here, we'll enter the Finn River and pass the original entrance to the Ulster Canal. Then we'll pass beneath the newly built Derry Carib Bridge. We'll follow the line of the river as far as the moorings at Castle Saunderson. But the plan is to extend this navigation into Lough Sarah and then through Lough Drumully and then rejoin the original line of the canal near Gartnacarrow.
The bridge here in Ballyconnell is the lowest one on the Shannon Air and Waterways, so we have to drop the canopy in order to reduce the air draft as much as possible.
It's now late autumn 2021 and we're heading out on a bit of an adventure. It's always nice to go somewhere that you've never been before, and thanks to Waterways Ireland we're heading out to explore a little small bit of the Ulster Canal. So that'll be good.
And the weather is fabulous. You couldn't have asked for a better day. The sun is shining. Now yesterday the rain, the heavens opened yesterday, but today it's fabulous.
It is. It's good. Now
Harry's in his t-shirt.
Well, I had a fleece on a few moments ago, but so we're heading from Ballyconnell. I keep getting mixed up between Ballyconnell and Ballinamore. We're heading from Ballyconnell and we're making our way to a spot called the Quivy Waters, which is not too far away, only about, I'd say about
2 hours.
2 hours, yeah. And then we're going to go into a spot called the Finn River. We have gone down the Finn River before, down to where it meets the Ulster Canal, the old entrance to the Ulster Canal. But the last time we went there, you couldn't go past that point. Now you can. There's a new bridge there, and we can head all the way down as far as...
We'll just show you. Come with us and we'll show you where we're going.
That's a better idea. Yeah. Okie dokes.
Talk to you soon.
Finn River winds and curves its way through the grasslands and trees of Fermanagh and Cavan. In fact, for much of its winding course, it marks the border between these two counties. We find ourselves slowing down because we're a little concerned about the depth of the water. These concerns have been triggered by my old and unreliable depth sounder. I find that it's especially unreliable when the bottom is soft and muddy, so I keep a careful eye on the propeller wash behind the boat, looking for any signs of muddy water being stirred up, a sure indication that we're in very shallow water indeed. But as it turns out, my worries were groundless, and it appears that Waterways Ireland have deepened this waterway. But then we find ourselves slowing down for another reason. That's because we want to absorb this experience, absorb it completely into our bloodstream. We want it to last for as long as possible, and we don't want it to end. The moment we pass by the old entrance to the Ulster Canal, we start on a new waterway, mainly river, but also a short dogleg canal with a new road bridge. There's plenty of headroom here, and we don't need to lower the canopy. But initially at least, I'm a little concerned at the lack of visibility of any oncoming boats. But as it turns out, navigating this bridge requires a skipper to proceed extremely slowly. This requirement for such caution also means that you have ample time to spot any oncoming boats.
So here we are, Castle Saunderson.
Are you delighted, huh?
Yeah, I am. It's a new mooring for us, Castle Saunderson, but it's also the start of a new navigation, the Ulster Canal, and I don't know if I live long enough to see any more of it. But everything going according to plan, this should go on to Clonus by around 2028. Okay. That would be a good start, and eventually it'll get to Lough Neagh, and from Lough Neagh you can get all the way out to the sea, and you can even get to Derry City. Wouldn't that be a buzz?
Wow! Oh my God!
Oh, well, I was not expecting that.
The ornate beauty of Castle Saunderson hides a bloody history. In 1689, during the Williamite War, soldiers of King James's army were ambushed here at Castle Saunderson. During the ensuing battle, some 400 men were driven into the Finn River, where they drowned. Those that didn't choose this watery death were put to the sword by the forces of King William.
Well, on a brighter note, Harry, after all that, what do you think is going to happen here in the future? Do you think the castle will be restored? Do you think it will go back into a hotel? Nightclub? Somebody else said it was a nightclub as well.
Yeah, I think with the proper management, somewhere like this could actually end up rivaling Lough Forest Park, because if that castle could be made stable so that it wouldn't deteriorate any further, if you put up zip lines, you go put cafes here, this with the waterway beside it, ironically, it's the river is going to regenerate here. The river is going to bring new life to the castle here and to the grounds. And yeah, I think if public representatives got on board, this could end up rivaling Lough Forest Park.
So these tracks along the water's edge here are actually made by deer. There's an amazing amount of deer here in the park, right beside the boats.
Well guys, that was our trip to Castle Saunderson. Is it Castle Saunderson?
Castle Saunderson on the Finn River and stroke Ulster Canal. I suppose you can call it the Ulster Canal really, because there is that little bit of the bridge that is man-made, it is dug out. So
right,
that is actually canal.
And you see on the video there was a turn up to the left. I'm sure how you did say that was the original Ulster Canal, wasn't it? You know,
oh yeah.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's about, time-wise, about 2 hours from Ballyconnell, I would say, and maybe an hour from...
Yeah, a little over an hour maybe from Belturbet.
Give or take. And if you're in Quivy Watershire, I'm sure you have done it anyway.
Yeah.
It was fabulous. It really was. And just when you walked up the hill and you saw the castle, it was a wow. It really was.
It's one. If you haven't seen that castle before, it's one of those wow moments. We have of course spoiled all that now because you have seen the castle.
Yeah. But you can actually drive there as well if you're looking for something to do. It's
owned by Scouting Ireland. Yes.
So you can actually go up there and have a drive. Now there's no coffee shop, there's nothing there. But if you're out and about and you're looking for something to do, be worth a drive to see it, I think.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So that's it for another episode, guys. Thanks a million for watching. Don't forget, thumbs up. Cheerio.